Hi there, my name is Scott Metcalf and I'm with MongoDB and you are in my kitchen. It's actually irrelevant why you're in my kitchen, but I wanted to explain a little bit about the MongoDB architecture to you, and I thought a great way to do it is actually just sit down and show you a card trick. So bear with me, I'm going to set up here so you can see what I'm doing. And I've got my deck of cards here. So I've actually ahead of time pulled out just the face cards. So I thought it'd be a great way to explain the MongoDB architecture to you in terms of the types of individuals that seem to be interested in various methods of working with the database. So back in about 1970, Edgar Codd wrote a paper that introduced the relational database model to the world. Famously, a few years later, that was the inspiration for Larry Ellison to build a company called Oracle. But in essence, the relational database world over the last 40 years have appreciated what I like to say are three key tenets that have made them so successful. And these individuals that I'm going to point out really appreciate those various aspects. So I'm going to start with the kings of expressive query language and secondary indexes. So what these guys care about is they don't know assembly code, they don't know how to pull the information out of a file system, so providing them with a flexible language that they can ask questions to the database and get answers back is really important to them. They also care very much about secondary indexes. They want the ability to optimize that database based on the usage patterns to get the information back out quickly. So these guys are certainly happy in that camp. Then we've got the queens of strong consistency. So what these queens care about is, without any exception, when they input information into that database, whether it's a different time or a different individual, they have zero tolerance for getting a different answer than the absolute complete truth. So they care very much about strong consistency. And these jacks, these are the jacks of all trades, they manage and monitor that database. So they want enterprise management tooling so that they can work with that database, and they really appreciate what the relational database vendors have done to support integrations with their preferred tools. So they've been happy, and for the last 40 years, that's been great. But in the last 10 years, the world's changed quite a bit. The amount of data, the risk that's associated with that data, security, those things have gone up. The time and the cost requirements have gone down for working with databases, so much so that a new breed of databases have come on the market. That's where these red guys come in. So this whole concept has really pushed the enterprises to support something that's called NoSQL. So NoSQL is a new breed of database, and they do three things really well. The first that they do, satisfy these guys, the kings of flexibility. These kings want to work with unique data types, things that weren't available 40 years ago today. They are not necessarily intrigued by a waterfall annual release process for their applications. They want a more iterative approach, so they need fast ways to work with the database, modify the schema, and extend it. So flexibility is important to them. We have the queens next. They care about scalability and performance. We're in the age of distributed computing, leveraging commodity hardware across many systems. Inherently built into the NoSQL technology stack is the ability to elastically scale and leverage those types of benefits. And lastly, we've got the jacks. And these guys, they support global deployments, and they really need 24/7 operation. So those key tenets are important to them. And that NoSQL space, what's great is they support that. What's bad is that they forgot everything that's wonderful about the relational database world. Well, MongoDB is different. We take everything that the relational database world loved, combine that with all the latest, greatest innovation in the NoSQL space, and we combine that into a single platform we call the Nexus architecture. And what this Nexus architecture does is support the integration of all that functionality from the relational world, combine that with all the innovation we've seen in the NoSQL space, and that platform satisfies users from the left with the users on the right. So in the end, that Nexus architecture provides all the queens are together, all the jacks are together, and all the kings are together. So that's my magic trick. I hope you'd enjoyed it. If you want more information about MongoDB, you can reach out to me or go to mongodb.com. Thank you.